out in Boulevard and we're doing a ground mount out here. So a ground mount is anytime you got enough land to be able to put the solar on the land versus on the roof. The benefits of a ground mount are we get to put it usually where you want it to go. Doesn't matter the condition or direction or shade on the roof. We're going to pick a location when we do a ground mount that has perfect sun and we can go perfectly 180 degrees south and get the proper pitch. The ideal pitch for our solar panels in San Diego is 20 degrees. So that's actually steeper than the majority of roofs in San Diego. So let me show you a little bit of what we got going on. These are our posts. There will be a top rail that goes across the top of each of these posts after they've been cut to length. And that gives us our back row and our front row. And then after this structure is complete, the solar crew will come in and they'll put a solar specific aluminum anodized rail across the top from front to back on these posts. And then our panels will lay on those rails. And basically these are concrete footings. They go 30 inches into the ground and then they have a foot of concrete above the ground. And so typically in solar, we're really required to overbuild everything that we do. And this structure is rated for 110, 120 mile an hour winds. So out in Boulevard, we're not far from the windmills. And so you know there's a ton of wind that comes through here. And so, so this structure's got to be built really, really well. We've got greenstone fence helping us out with the structure. My guys are roofers and rooftop electricians, whereas this is concrete, steel, and digging. And so right where you're standing is actually a trench that went from the array all the way up to the electrical panel. And so that conduit, that piece of pipe is going around. And when the electricians show up to finish the install, they'll pull the wire through there. Couple things to mention. You got a 5-acre piece of land. You think you can build a ground mount anywhere you want. No, there's all kinds of restrictions on exactly where it can go. There is future road setback. So between me and it's really only the homeowner's driveway. It's never going to be an actual road, but the county has it as a real road on the map. And the county requires a minimum setback from the center of that road to be 60 feet because there is potential for them sometime in the far, far future to widen that county road. And so you got to give them 60 feet from the center of that road. The homeowner really wanted the array to be right here where he's flattened it out and cut all the weeds down for us. But unfortunately we had to move it back. So it went on his access road that goes right down to his well pump. If you see down at the other end of the property, that's where the well is for the property. And there's an electrical line that runs underground. You can connect that point to the electrical panel behind you. So that was another complication is we have underground electrical that we had to avoid, and that moved the array even a little bit further onto the property. There's a very good chance that this homeowner could need an even bigger system, and so we have room for expansion or potential expansion in the future. But we are 2 or 3 working days into the structure, and then we'll probably be 2 working days to finalize all the electrical and actually attaching the panels to this structure.